Bubbles. Don't forget you're my favorite. I noticed you just left that area without building that thing. Okay. Whenever you're ready then, Bubbles. You know what? It's on you. It's fine. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, finally playing Oxygen Not Included. I have been asked to play this several times. Dave, you love colony builders. Why don't you play Oxygen Not Included? Well, I'll tell you, I've looked at it several times, and it always seemed to be ridiculously, insanely complicated and complex, and we all know that's where I tap out, at insanely complicated and complex. I just kind of bumble around and hope for the best. But I found it on sale and I thought, what the heck? I'll grab it, I'll see what it's like. And I put a little time into it by myself in my own time. And I found that it is indeed ridiculously complicated and complex. There are several professional degrees, engineering, biosciences that I am lacking to play this game. But I also had a ton of fun doing it. 3 to 4 hours passed by and I was like, whoa, what happened there? So we're gonna give it a shot. Now here's the thing. If you are an Oxygen Not Included expert, A, welcome. B, I am going to make you insane. If you build ultra-efficient, perfect Oxygen Not Included colonies, turn back now. Because I'm gonna make you mental. I just kind of do things and hope nobody dies in the first episode. Let's dive into some Oxygen Not Included. So what are my choices here? No sweat or survival? Let's try no sweat, shall we? I don't think we're ready for survival on the Wee Hours. Let's go with that, and let's pick our starting rock here. So Terra is ideal. Obviously that's baby's first asteroid. Oceania, vast quantities of unpotable salt water. Oh dear. Survival chance probable. Survival chance likely. I already like you already, Verdante. Or Verdant. I don't know. Establishing a foothold will be challenging due to reduced food and oxygen, abundant biological and mineral resources. Okay. Rhyme here seems completely covered in ice. That doesn't seem fun. And Arborea here, careful planning right from the start. Oh, no. That ain't me. That ain't me. How about we go with the saltwater ocean? No, I'm going with Verdant or Verdante, however one chooses to pronounce it. It's a likely chance of survival, and I feel I've got a good foothold here, some good basis here. A little bit of reduced food and oxygen, but, biological and mineral resources should afford excellent long-term growth. Right, like it's going to last that long. Let's pick some duplicants, shall we? So 3 duplicants to begin with. I've messed around with this, as I said, a little bit on my own. So I think my move here, rather than try and fine-tune them too much, is I want at least one doctor. I haven't gotten to any doctoring bits when I've been playing it myself, but I feel in any colony management, having a doctor is vaguely essential. So you're going to be a doctor. Okay, Ruby, you're on board and you have a fun little dance. I like you already, Ruby. What else would I want? I would like someone who can cook things. That's just basic colony management again. Doctor, cook. Get me one of those. So Lindsay, wicked chill and casual. You and I are going to get along just fine. You're good at cooking and you're good at tidying. Yeah, that seems to be really, really important, keeping the place clean. Now, Bubbles. Can I even mess with you, Bubbles? Your name is Bubbles. How am I going to turn you down? No, I'm keeping Bubbles because Bubbles has a fun name. This is how I do it on my channel. Efficiency? No. Fun name like Bubbles? Absolutely. Although I did see that Bubbles has increased science, which is pretty good. We could maybe spin Bubbles into a research area here. Now we just have to name the colony. And the Insomnomaniacs are back in business. They've made several appearances over the life of the channel. Insomnomaniacs back in business. Let's crash land on our rock here and see what we can do with Oxygen Not Included. Yeah, they weren't kidding about the plant life, were they? There's quite a bit of it around here. And we got critters. Down a pip. We have a pip. It's happy and unreachable. Sounds like me all the time. But the air down there is pretty bad. A lot of carbon dioxide. I mean, some of it's okay, but some of it ain't. That's going to be a problem. Let me just peel out here. Okay. Okay, we got a lot of digging to do, is what I'm immediately saying. Oh, what's the pink stuff? I haven't seen that before. Salt, you say? I've not seen salt before. That looks fun. What's that? Salt water. Ah, I see where you're going there, game. Okay, we need to get some digging going on here, crew. Let's get, I don't know, all of that you can, and I'll start building you some tiles, and that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge right there. Then it's when it's all going to fall apart, and all of the colony is dead, especially you, Bubbles, because I only chose you because you have a fun name. Yeah, in retrospect, I probably should have had them start digging on this side, because everything they dug on that side just fell down into an area we can't reach. These guys can get up here, though. I like you, you're fun. Apparently we can do ranching later. I'd like to collect a bunch of you and maybe eat you. I haven't made firm decisions on that. Let me get some tiles going on here. Do we want to go down here? I can't immediately see why I don't want to go down there. You kids just have fun over here. I'm building things, and we're going to build a ladder down here, because that's how we get up and down. I sound like I know what I'm doing, but this is really about as far as I've got. So you can start the comments coming in on the things I'm doing wrong anytime you like now. And the problem with where we landed here is there's not a lot of metal kicking around. I need metals to do things. There's some aluminum over here. That might do the trick, because I'm not going to be able to get much good built without some metal, like, power and that kind of thing. Manual generator. Yeah, I'm missing 200 kilograms of metal ore. Oh, good, it's in metrics, so I don't know that either. Kids, team, guys, folks, dig down here-ish, if you can. I mean, whatever you got kicking around there will be fine. Go ahead and dig down there, and I'm gonna figure out what to do next, which is not a lot until you guys get some metal on board. I can at bare minimum get you a bathroom of sorts. You can have an outhouse. Why can't I build it there? Why is that occupied? I don't know why that's occupied. I'm gonna build it here-ish and hope for the best. You guys get on that. Somebody just mine this out of the way, please. Lindsay, could you get on that? Bubbles is very, very busy right now. And because Bubbles is so busy, I'll build her a little ladder down here. You're fun, Bubbles. I like you. How we do it on air here? Very breathable. Very breathable. I understand this is kind of the point of the game, is management like this. Now, down here it gets not so good. Barely breathable and unbreathable. It's got carbon dioxide. All right. I will perpetually confuse carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, which is odd because I spent about 20 years of my life needing to know the difference between those two things. But here we are. It's mostly breathable down here. It's mostly okay. What's this thing? A hexalant. Harvest ready. Oh, it's plant. Okay, neat. Yeah, the aluminum's doing a good job in terms of accumulating some metal ore. So I've got a vague plan of what I want to see happen here, kids. If you could go over there, here's what you're going to do. Bubbles, Lindsay, Ruby, team, here's what we're going to do. Team meeting. We're going to dig this out here, and then I'm going to build you some tiles. And then I'm going to build my power whoozy McWhat's-it thing right over here and pop an oxygen generator in there, because everybody loves oxygen. It's actually in the title of the game, so it's probably pretty important, Bubbles. Oh, Bubbles is cold. I'm very sorry, Bubbles. We haven't discovered heat yet, so I don't know how to help you with that information. I'm working on keeping you breathing. You're going to have to warm yourself up. Do you want to finish? You don't have anything, do you? Wow, not actually as many materials as I might commonly like I've played this for very long, but go ahead and work on that stuff over there. At least enough to get that. Oh, you finished the last tile. Oh, good job, guys. I like it when you do the things that I want you to do. Now build a generator sort of here-ish, if you could. And while you're in the neighborhood, you may as well get started on the oxygen whoozy McWhat's-it thing. Pop it over there in the red part. Red bad. I've got a little thing for that, don't I? Oxygen overlay. There we go. Blue good, red bad. Everything in between questionable. So don't go in here. I can only presume if I cracked this wall open and mine that out, then the good air would mix with the bad air and produce something that is vaguely breathable. But I should do something about this down here. We're going to need it anyway. The little tutorial thing won't go away until I've built it. And speaking of little pop-ups, seeing as Bubbles was complaining about being cold, what is the temperature around here? How we doing? Yeah, you're fine, Bubbles. Bubbles, you're fine. It's temperate. It's temperate everywhere. Stop whining to me, Bubbles. You're my favorite. Don't make me change my mind about that. Guys, you want to get on the power who's and McWhat's it here? You're probably going to take a nap soon. You have done a lot today. You're not wrong about that. I could start to build you some beds, but I don't actually know where I'm going to put those yet. I have to kind of think this through. Yep, it's nap time. Bubbles, are you snoring? I think one of you was a loud snorer, and I didn't really care to look which one. Anyway, don't wake the other people up. You've got a lot to do tomorrow. Now that I think about it, I should have dug this out and put tiles down, because I'm going to need to dig that out at some point, and then the toilet will fall down, and that's going to create an awful, awful mess. But while I'm in the neighborhood, I'm going to set up some storage for, things. It's not going to be particularly refined. Nothing is going to be particularly refined. I'm just going to throw all my stuff in there and then figure it out later. How is the team doing this morning? Looking pretty good. Like what you're doing here. Is there oxygen down in here? There is. Okay, team. Well, first of all, team, I need you to move on this stuff. Speaking of moving on this stuff, we could change that. Bubbles, you are quite good in supplying, so why don't you be a priority on that? And you're good at storing things. Good, that's going to come up. Now, Lindsay, you're meh on those, but you're not nothing. You're a slightly different shade of pink than Bubbles, but Bubbles is my favorite. So you could do that too. Mostly what I want is people building. So what have we got? Ruby, nobody has any skill at all. Nobody walked in the door with that. You work on building, and you guys also have a priority on digging. And Lindsay, you do some building. That seems fine. That's about what we're going to do. We're going to dig stuff, build stuff, and store stuff right now. Then we'll figure the rest out later. Yeah, Ruby's already got my storage things done, so you can just store literally anything. Just literally anything. We'll deal with the sweeping thing later. I think that's trash stuff that we don't want to deal with, but I haven't had much luck with that in the past. This is about as far as I usually get before I start crying from how complicated things are. And then I just start, looking at my colonists and smiling because they're very fun. Oh, power's up and oxygen generator is up. I just gotta wire those two things together. Now, the next part of this is actually a legitimate question for people who are better at oxygen not included than I am, which, P.S., if you're not me, the answer is yes, you are. When I was doing this by myself, I was going with RimWorld logic, which is the colonists don't want to see wires. They find that unsightly and it makes them sad. So I started burying all my wires in tiles, which sometimes was a complete pain in the neck. So I would genuinely like to know in the comments section if the duplicants are upset by the sight of wires and pipes and all the other nonsense we're going to put in this place if nobody dies right away. Because I've been burying them, but if I don't have to do that, that would be my ideal. I would love to not do that. I've got them to successfully mine out underneath the toilet without actually collapsing by having them do one tile at a time here as they go along, so that'll be better. Maybe we can make this downstairs area into a bit of a bedroom for you guys. I bet you'd dig that. Ruby, you're on the manual power generator. Most people will call that a hamster wheel, but nonetheless, you are generating power. What's your problem? Oh, you don't have algae yet. Right. I need that. Do we have that anywhere? Do we have any algae here at all? Yeah, I haven't found a lick of algae. There's some. All the way over here. All the way over here. Okay, I say all the way over here. It's actually not really that far, but it's a lot of digging to get to it, and there's slime. Do we want slime lung? I haven't dealt with slime in my own little trial with this. But I'm going to go ahead and say I never want to have slime lung in any format. Some water down here, too. And it's apparently potable water, too. Maybe if I dig down to here. No, that might be a terrible idea. Ooh. How am I going to make this happen? I gotta go get the algae without the slime lung and somehow not flood myself and die when I crack these holes open. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a little think about this, but in the win column, in the plus side, in exciting news, you almost got your bedroom done. It'll almost be done. We're gonna do a little bit more digging and then I'm gonna build you some cots. Yeah, they are moaning nonstop about having sore backs when they wake up. I'm not surprised you're sleeping on a cement tile. I'm gonna fix it pretty soon, eventually, almost. We're going to put some tiles down here. That's going to be your bedroomy kind of area, eventually. And then I got to figure out how to get to that algae, or if there's something closer by that I'm just missing. Huh. And I should get the research station up and running. I've got the materials to do it, and we're generating power. I may as well. So pop that right there. Eventually somebody will get around to building it, and then we can, research stuff, get better toilets, get better things. Maybe I can find something in the tech tree to circumvent the algae issue. Because it seems to be very few and far between around where we are right now. So, we need that. And you know what, Ruby? When you're done building that, put a battery in there too, just for fun. I mean, we can make it. We may as well put one down. That way Lindsay doesn't have to run all day. Great exercise though, Lindsay. Bubbles. Don't forget you're my favorite. I noticed you just left that area without building that thing. Okay. Whenever you're ready then, Bubbles. You know what? It's on you. It's fine. Bubbles, if you could actually get the battery built, then I could wire it all up. No? You know what? You do you, Bubbles. It's all fine. And while I'm thinking about storage, which I was just now, I may as well check the storage in our ration box. Yeah, we're putting everything in there. Okay, good. So if we happen across any ingredients or something, I don't know that we would while we're digging everything up, they will pop it in there. Excellent. What are you doing? Ruby, are you building those wires? Yeah, you are. Okay, so the research station will be powered up and so will the battery. Now, we just got to get some research going on here. I need to think of something that can circumvent algae. Well, best idea I've got so far is down the plumbing tree we could get an algae distiller, which refines slime into algae. And we have slime. It's right next to the algae. Watch out for the slime lung. And plumbing would not be the worst thing for me to start with anyway. That'll give me what? Liquid bridge runs one liquid pipe section over another without joining them, and this is where it all starts to crumble. This is where it all starts to crumble. Now, to 99.9% of the population, that sounds like it makes sense and it's wicked easy. To me, my mind just cried a little in trying to figure out how that works. You'll get used to that feeling. Now this I can understand. A pipe carries liquid. Got that. Liquid pump. That's good and runs it through pipes. And liquid vent. Okay. So the pump goes up and then it comes out the vent. Got that bit. All right. So I think it's not going to kill me to start with plumbing. Let me take a quick look at food though. I feel we should start with basic farming because food will be an issue. Food's definitely going to be an issue. We have a limited, finite amount of food here. The plumbing thing, it's just going to have to wait. I've got an oxygen generator that simply doesn't work right now, but we can start some digging towards the slime. Now, Bubbles, as I recall, you are my favorite, not only because of your name, but because you have a half-decent skill at researching. So why don't you be high priority in that, and then you can back down a little bit on digging. You don't have to do all of the grunt labor. You can be on research duty. I mean, you're a physical person. You appreciate a hard day's work. There's no lie about that, Bubbles. It's one of the reasons I like you. But you got a brain in there. Use it. And the rest of you can start building some beds for people around here. I mean, specifically yourselves. That's who you're building beds for. They're simple cots, but you'll appreciate it. You'll get used to it. And then what I think I might do is just carve out this area, and I could put a food thing in there, specifically the only food thing I have, the micro musher. Low quality food using common ingredients. I don't know that we actually have any ingredients, but I think I can make just sort of a basic mush out of something. I don't know, thin air, apparently. So get the cots done. And then, it's time for a new thing. Right, every so often I get a new thing printing out. Okay, printables available. Hit me. So I get to pick one of these. I can pick Mima, a new colonist. You're a caregiver, you're good with medicine, but you have an increased air consumption rate. Yeah, we don't have unlimited oxygen. It's kind of the point of the game, Mima. And you can't do building errands. Oh, you're not very good, are you? You're not real good. Nails, talk to me. First of all, great hair, loving that. Increased cuisine and decreased food morale bonus. Can't do any attacking. That hasn't actually come up yet. Not in the time that I've played it. I'm sure it will, and that's when we're all going to die. But you're not bad. The thing is, can I take on another mouth to feed? The extra labor would be fantastic. I'm sure I can afford to feed you or keep you breathing. Now, the care package, you could just get 3,000 kilograms of fertilizer. That's very, very good. Or a shine nymph egg. Shine bugs make a soft light. Oh, those are the little glow bugs that fly around. Those guys are fun. I don't have to take any of them. I could just reject this. But I'm gonna take nails. Because he has fun hair, and it'll be an extra pair of hands. He's so excited. How can I turn him down? Oh, he's so excited. Nails, welcome aboard. First thing, I need you to build a bed for yourself. Don't know where it's going to live, but we'll figure it out. Guys, we've got some more digging to do. We've got a new team member. New team member in Nails. Oh, he's off to work already. He's out. He's doing things. Bubbles is over researching. I want you guys to just finish off this bedroom area, and then, given that I've got the materials, I'm going to put the food mushy thing up. And then you'll have slightly, vaguely different food to eat. Yeah, I'm feeling good about going on food production, because we do seem to be picking up a bunch of seeds. We've got 10 seeds so far. So we could be growing food. We could actually make food happen around here. Not immediately, and I think I'll need lights for that. This is where it all starts to fall apart, if I'm honest. Well, good job, team. You're kind of wrapping up for the day here. Bubbles, I think you finished your research. Did you finish your research? Are you almost done with research? You are so almost done with research. 14 out of 15, Bubbles. You didn't want to maybe work a late day? I know you're hungry and you needed to use the space facilities there. You didn't want to maybe work an extra hour or two just finishing that off? No? Okay. All right, that's fine. You do you, Bubbles. Let's get another cot for Nails. And I'm going to outline the food thing, the musher. Yeah, get me a musher. I'm going to have to power that up. That's fine. That's fine. Power can be handled. We can achieve power. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put that right there. That'll be a nice short wire I have to run. Oh, bright and early the next morning, Ruby has taken to building Nails' bed, and Nails is otherwise occupied. So, Nails, this is now your bed. Be wicked chill about that. And also, I'm going to get them another outhouse. The one thing I've learned in colony management, and it's about the only thing I've learned, never underestimate the value of sanitary facilities in space. Space toilet, way more important than people think it is. So, you may as well have two. That way, if one is full of products, you can use the other one. If one is occupado, you can use the other one. It'll all be really cool. Oh, you're building my food thing. Great. I need you to actually wire that up from A to B to C to D like that. And then at some point, somebody will jump on that. We can start making some actual food. I should probably bring the ration box. It's one level up. I was going to bring the ration box down here, but it's one level. You guys will learn to cope. Oh, and Bubbles, you did finish the research. Great. Good. Well, let's pick some new research then. Let me go back to the plumbing thing. Actually, what's next in food? Grill, mess table, egg cracker, farm tile, all good stuff. I want to go back to the plumbing idea. Yeah, let's just get basic plumbing learned anytime you're ready, Bubbles. Now, what does that actually open up in food? Again, I didn't really look that much. The planter box, right, because we've got seeds. I would like us to plant things. Can I actually do that without lights, though? Because, lights and plants just seem to go hand in hand, to the best of my botanical knowledge. I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, we'll use them at some point. So, no reason not to do it. Okay, let's see what I can get in here. I have a bunch of mealwood seeds. One oxfern seed. What does that require to grow? Carbon dioxide. Okay. Should I have put you somewhere else then? I don't know. Water. Oh, I don't have water. The heck am I getting all excited about plants? I don't have any water, dude. I can correct that, though. We have a plan to go down and get algae, avoiding the slime if at all possible, and we can work on water on the way. That's my basic plan right now. What have I done so far? I've got beds. I should turn the food on. Let's turn the food on. Why don't you make the mush bars forever until I tell you otherwise. Just keep cranking those out. What do those take? Exactly. Oh, water. Never mind, guys. Never mind. Just kill it, make it go away. We don't have any water. Okay, so let's review, kids, shall we? I've built beds and toilets. Everything else is completely useless. Because we have no algae to put in the oxygen generator. We have no water to put in the microbe musher. We have no water to grow plants. Storage is going along very well, though. I'm very pleased with the storage. I think I've done a good job there. So that is probably an excellent place to call it on Oxygen Not Included for today. Do please let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I've been asked to play this several times, and I'm honestly going to fumble it all up without question. I do invite your comments. I will make you insane. If you're very good at this game, I will make you nuts and drive you to the brink of insanity. But I do welcome your comments on things that could be done differently, better, or just, dear God, Dave, please stop playing this. I can't take it anymore. Next time, we're beginning a big digging episode. We're getting down to the algae. We'll figure out the water. All of that stuff will hopefully happen. But I've got the kids. Well, I've got them a bed. Basically, that's about it. We'll pick up some more Oxygen Not Included next time. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. Does cheer me up no end when people do that. If you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this treeless nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. What does that mean, Deja? That's the strangest thing I've ever seen in a game, and I've been playing video games since Pong. I have perpetually and consistently blown all of my money on decoratives in any tycoon game I've ever played. Finally, somebody has recognized my effort and given me an award for it. Hello, miss? I would like to purchase some baked goods and a cappuccino. To go, please. I've got things to do around here.